Jim Walden. I'm going to speak loud because I was in the back just checking it out, and I know you people in the back can't hear me. My name is Jim Walden. I want you to remember that. You may not have heard of me before, but you're going to hear about me after the Democratic primary. I am an independent. I started this race in October, and I've been pushing hard as an independent. Why? I was a Democrat until 2006. I was a loyal Democrat. I supported so many Democratic candidates over the course of my life, and some Republicans too, and what I came to realize is our party system is broken. And I know it because I've represented so many of these people over the course of my life. I'm a lawyer. So let me tell you a little bit about me, a little bit about my campaign, and a little bit about what I'm going to do if I'm lucky enough to be mayor. You can already tell I don't speak like a politician. I speak like a lawyer because I'm a proud lawyer for 30 years. I came to this city as a matter of choice in 1993, almost 35 years ago. And at that time, there were two scourges in New York City. There was international heroin dealers that were pumping drugs into this community, and there were mafia members that were destroying this community, particularly Rego Park, Middle Village, and a number of other communities. I was a federal prosecutor for 9 years. I took them on. I literally brought case after case. I took away a whole generation of mobsters and heroin traffickers. And then after 9 years serving this community, I became a private lawyer. And for 23 years, for the last 23 years, I've represented tens of thousands of indigent people thrown off the Medicare program. I represented thousands of mentally ill and disabled people from Queens who were denied Social Security benefits. I sued the entire school district of the city of New York on behalf of bullied kids who were being victimized and not helped. And I sued on behalf of the entire NYC community when they were living in deplorable conditions. Those are 4 of the dozens of cases I brought, not because I had to, not because I was running for office, but because I wanted to. Why did I want to? Now we're going to go into the personal part. I was not born in this city, and I was born at the bottom of the ladder. I literally remember what it was like to despite the fancy suit now, I literally grew up standing in benefit lines with my drunken father while we were in an abusive home that caused my sister to become profoundly mentally ill. She went into the system couldn't handle her. She went to jail, she didn't belong in jail. She came out of jail off her meds, and in circumstances I still don't understand, she ended up dead on the street. That is what our community provided in terms of leadership. And what leadership have we had in New York City? One of the cases I fought for was for health care in Brooklyn. For 2 years, I devoted myself to that case, and the man that I was representing became the mayor. 2 days after he won City Hall, he called me at my apartment in Brooklyn and said, "We have to dismiss the case that we brought because we can't keep a hospital there." We'd been fighting for it for 2 years, and the minute he took City Hall, he changed his mind. Why? Because he wanted to cut a deal with developers. You've said it yourself, and I've heard it as I've gone around this city to meet people. I've never run for office before. I decided to do it as a matter of conscience because I see people, I've been those people, and I've seen politicians that come to my house and want checks, and then once they get into City Hall, you never see them again until the next election. I decided to run for my first office at age 59 in the middle of an incredibly important and successful legal career. I've been the head of a major law firm's white-collar practice, an international firm with over 1,500 lawyers. I built my own firm from scratch and became one of the premier litigation firms in the city. I am called by the media one of the most prominent litigators in New York City, and I put it aside to run for mayor. Why? Because I am sick and tired of the career politicians that come here and make you promises and then they don't deliver because they're involved in special interests or party politics, or they're thinking about the next office they want to run for. I want one job for 8 years, and it is to bring this city back. We need it. I was there at the end of Michael Bloomberg's term, and I saw the underbelly of the Bloomberg administration. I saw it get worse under de Blasio, who, by the way, was the mayor that double-traded his community to try to close a hospital that we fought for 2 years to keep open. And then I saw the cancer set in with Mayor Adams, who betrayed us all, thinking that he was going to be a transformative, centrist leader dealing with common sense policies, and he lied, and he took money, and he is corrupt. And that is what the two-party system produces. I decided to run as a member of a new party called the Integrity Party, because we need integrity more than anything. And I've got a plan to get it done. I am the one candidate that knows how to build. Part of the bills that were paid in my legal career, how I was able to afford all that pro bono work, was really understanding the way building works in New York City. I wrote a 100-page housing plan. And what is the housing plan going to do? With money attached to it, in my plan, you can look it up on my website. It's going to produce 50,000 rent-stabilized apartments every year, 50,000. And you know what? It's not the broken system that you've seen in this city. Where 30% of an average median income that is based in part on incomes in Westchester and Rockland. Can you believe that? No wonder rent-stabilized units are not affordable. We're starting with a phantom number that's too high to begin with, and then you pay 30% of that. When you look at my housing plan, you will see that it is truly affordable housing. Yes. Yes.
I mean, I know you're doing quite good, but I mean...
So, the question was, as an independent, do I have a chance to win? I'm so happy you asked that question. Why have you not heard of my name yet? Let me tell you something. I've raised $3 million. $3 million. I am the first independent in the city of New York in a citywide race ever to make public matching funds. I got the largest labor endorsement 2 weeks into the race. 200,000 New York City voters, right? I got 23,000 New Yorkers, 23,000, to sign my petitions to get on the ballot. I needed 3,700. The question's still fair. Why is it that you haven't heard my name? And I'll tell you the reason. Because I'm not a Democrat. And so I've got to earn it the old-fashioned way. It has been hard to get media in this city, in spite of my career. If you knew the things that I've done that I haven't even talked about, I wrote a law after Roe v. Wade was about to get overturned. I wrote a law to create a sanctuary network of states for women. I got legendary Gloria Steinem, Jennifer Lawrence, Aaron Sorkin, and 40 other names that you know to lobby for the bill, and I still can't get press in this city because I'm not a Democrat. Okay. Well, I'm going to earn it the hard way, and I'm going to win because I've got more power, spirit, integrity, and better, bolder visions than any of the other candidates in the race because I am not of the system. I'm outside the system, and that's what we need right now.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you.